Hello there, welcome into this latest edition of the SAU Cross Country Coaches Show. I'm Daniel Gallegos, joined alongside head men's and women's cross country coach Tim Servis. And Coach, we're here at this Coaches Show getting ready to preview the Central Region Championships. Each year you've been able to take both your men's and women's team over the last couple of years. Some great competition regionally. Also coming off of the Great American Conference Championships, obviously you're going to want to build upon those. Your men's team finished third in the GAC and the women's team finishing fifth. Talk overall about the team, and then we'll hit on some outstanding individual achievements coming out of those championships.
Okay, well, the women's team, I thought fifth was pretty good because they're a very young team, and so basically, well, we have some sophomores, one junior, but the rest were freshmen. So it was a learning, more of a learning year, a building year, and so I think, you know, being above average in the conference with a very, very young team, I think they did really good. And those who will go up to Sioux Falls will run their first 6K ever, and you know, that'll be a good experience for them, and so they'll be able to build off that and work more towards the longer distances and have a better understanding of what it's like to compete in a regional championship. With the guys, we had the best season so far since I've been here. Although we did place third, just like we did all the other years, they were a lot better third place. The top two teams in the conference are, and always have been, very tough, very strong teams, but we were much closer to them this year. We expect big things out of our top runners, especially Doug Palmer. He has improved probably by over a minute this year and is looking just phenomenal and is continuing to improve every day. So going into this regional championship, I have a lot of confidence for him. And Jose Guevara, it's his senior year, and I'm sure that he'll do a 10K PR. And Braden Gower, sophomore, he was all-conference second team, and I'm expecting a big PR out of him, PR meaning personal record. On the women's side, we have Claudine Blankenfleur, who was a freshman, got fourth place overall in the conference, and she just, you know, she never have run a 6K before, but at the conference championship she ran very good and has been running good all year, and so I think this will be a great experience for her, and I do believe she might be a contender for an all-region.
You know, those individuals you just pointed out, they were all your all-conference runners this year, and maybe for those who don't know, it's not necessarily coaches voting and things, it's their performance at the GAC championships. And so to have three of them first-teamers, two on the guys' side, Claudine finishing fourth, she was freshman of the year, and then also Braden Gower getting second team. That's all very positive for your program. Going ahead for this regional, you mentioned it, the distance is going to be a little bit further. The women's race is going to be a 6K, the men's race is going to be a 10K. It's further than what they've had to run in other competitions this year. What is the preparation like as a coach, trying to train the athletes to get them to go a little bit longer and you know, to kind of sustain their durability to have a race like that, knowing that it's for, you know, regional championships?
Well, I've always kept in mind that we were going to finish the season out with a longer race, and so we had been preparing from this from the beginning. There isn't a whole lot more preparation from a 5K to a 6K because it's only about 3/4 of a mile more. But it is more difficult, and there is a lot more to go into it. So it will be a learning experience. What I've done is sometimes I increase the workload in the intensity training sessions, so they will feel the effects of going that long at a hard pace. And with the guys, their race jumps a little bit more. Their race jumps by about 1.2 miles, so that is a pretty significant jump. But we train many miles a week, and so although they don't have a lot of experience running the race, they have the conditioning and the training that's there. So we try to do tempo runs that simulate kind of like what 10K race will be, and those sort of things throughout the year to try to get them used to it. But there's no better practice than actually getting out there and racing against good competition in that event.
The location of this Central Region Championships is going to be in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We mentioned earlier before we got on this show, you have taken your team to this very location just a few years back, so not a lot of the athletes that are going to be going have experience there. Tell us a little bit about that venue, about that course, and kind of what to expect and what you're hoping to see out of your runners on that course.
Well, it's a completely flat course at Yankton Trail Park in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We are very fortunate because last time we went there it was freezing temperatures and there was snow on the ground when we got there, and then it warmed up to about 40, so the snow melted and it was very muddy. But now it looks like the weather is going to be, this week it's going to be much better. It's going to be in the 50s and 60s when we get there, and so that'll be something that we're definitely used to, and something that it wouldn't some that I don't think that would hurt their performance or any that we have to worry about. The drive up there is, we're not used to doing that kind of a drive, but I guess just like anything else, it's good practice, and the seniors they made the drive up there before, so there'll be some that are be used to that.
We appreciate it very much for your time. Again, that's head men's and women's cross country coach Tim Servis. He and both of his cross country squads getting ready to head to the Central Region Championships this year, held in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Be sure to check MuleRiderAthletics.com for all your pre and post meet coverage. Coach, we appreciate it. Best of luck and safe traveling.
Oh, well, thank you.